So I watched a couple of TV shows, a couple of movies this week. I know that's a shock. The big guy spent a lot of time watching TV instead of out training for a marathon. But it is what it is, people. I watched Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi, anthology series, animated in the Clone Wars / Rebels style. 6 episodes, fairly short, only about 20 minutes a piece. Some a little less, some a little more, I think. Really, really good storytelling to me. 3 of the episodes center on Ahsoka Tano, and 3 on Count Dooku. They are, and I don't remember if it was me and Monster discussing this together or if him on the show with Hassel, but he did say that he thought it was a little short on action, and he's right. The last couple of episodes were pretty action packed, but the first few were not. But to me, they had such great storytelling, and all 6 episodes really fleshed out the characters more, gave a lot more background in just those short time periods. I thought it was pretty brilliant. I definitely love to see another series or another season of the Tales of the Jedi. Whether it focuses on new characters or keeps on with Ahsoka and Count Dooku, I really don't care. I would watch either way. Of course, I'm a huge fanboy, so I watch pretty much anything Star Wars related, but I definitely love this. That's of course on Disney Plus. I also watched Blockbuster on Netflix. Randall Park, Melissa Palermo, DB Smooth. It's a 10-episode, half-hour-ish sitcom based on the premise of being the last Blockbuster store in existence. And honestly, you gotta admire the balls of Netflix. This is the company that put Blockbuster out of business, and then they decided that, hey, now we're going to make a sitcom about it. I mean, that's brass ones right there, buddies. But the show was really funny, I thought. There was some kind of slow parts, some parts that didn't really line up all that great, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I hope it gets a second season. Of course, Netflix is notorious about, giving a season of a show and that's it, but hopefully this one will get another season or 2. I really enjoyed it. I did see a review from somewhere, I can't remember where, that kind of had an issue that they said that it sidestepped the bleakness of being the last Blockbuster, and I thought, well, yeah, because it's a sitcom. I would hope they would sidestep the bleakness. There's a documentary called The Last Blockbuster. It may or may not still be available on Netflix. Also a really good watch. But it does feature a lot of the bleakness of being the last Blockbuster in existence because it's a real life documentary. But the sitcom, I really enjoyed it. It was good. Some good acting. I watched Enola Holmes Part 2 on Netflix. Millie Bobby Brown plays Enola. Henry Cavill plays older brother Sherlock Holmes. Really, really solid storytelling. Very tight mystery. It's one that I always say that because my attention span's about this long anymore, if I can watch a movie and I don't pick up my phone to scroll through the news feeds or play a couple of rounds of a game, then it's a solid show. And I don't think I picked my phone up not one time while I was watching this. It was just a really good, solid movie. Good acting on everyone's parts. I think I don't have the highest. I'm not sure the word that I want to look for here. I'm not one of those that I'm not all hoity-toity. If you entertain me, I think you're a good actor. I don't get worried about that. But I still think everybody in this did a great job. Definitely a worthy sequel to the original. These are based on a series of books. I have not read them. I didn't know they existed before the first movie, but I have got to at some point find them and either get them on my Kindle or get a set of them, because if the books are anything like the show, they're going to be pretty solid too. And normally the books are better, so I definitely got to get on that soon. I also watched Weird, the Al Yankovic story on Roku. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter as Al, Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento, Evan Rachel Wood, I hope I got her name right, as Madonna. It's really, really funny. I laughed literally out loud the entire movie, I think. There was some dark points, not dark, but dark humor, I guess. And, if you're not into dark humor, maybe you won't like that so much, but I have a black sense of humor, like, big time. So I thought that part was really hilarious, too. It's a quote-unquote biographical. It's easy for me to say. And, but, it's Weird Al did it, Daniel Radcliffe playing Al was just amazing because he deadpans the entire movie, and he just looks so serious and so earnest about every single ridiculous situation that he gets put in, and it just makes it that much funnier. And of course, hearing the classic Weird Al songs, My Bologna, I Love Rocky Road, Another One Rides the Bus. I mean, yeah, I've been a long time Weird Al fan, a long time Dr. Demento fan. I remember when I was a little kid, my bedtime was like 9 o'clock, and I'd be up until like 11 and 12 o'clock listening to the Dr. Demento show in my bedroom, and then on Sunday nights, and then being absolutely worthless at school on Mondays. I'm sure Mom and Dad knew, but if not, surprise! This is why I was useless on Mondays. So I've been a huge fan for years, so to see, the songs and stuff, really awesome. Again, I don't think I picked my phone up not one time the entire time I watched this movie, and it was pretty hilarious. So that was the movies and TV shows for this week. I caught, some other, here and there, just kind of reruns and that kind of stuff. But, I don't watch that much TV. Yeah, right. So, I was at work one night this week. Well, I was at work several nights this past week. But on this specific night, there was a couple of us there. And a coworker was working on some railing. And she asked to borrow a screwdriver. And I pulled out my handy dandy trusty 98-cent Hyper Tough number 2 Phillips Walmart special screwdriver with the rubberized handle. Handed it over, and she messed with it for a couple minutes and then handed it back to me. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "I need a bigger screwdriver." All right. And I looked at my other coworker and I said, sadly, This is not the first time that my tool has been of insufficient size to please and take care of a woman's needs. I wish that story wasn't true, but it is. A night or two later, completely unrelated to this or not, depending on your view of coincidence, we were sitting at break, and another coworker started laughing really hard. And what'd you find? And he found a story that says that there is a linkage to bee stings and increased penis size. And I said, do tell me more, because reference the previous story. So the story goes that there is a research paper, and we found the paper, seems legitimate-ish, that says that they did a study, an actual study, that links bee stings to increased penis size. Y'all, the only way that they did this study is they had to test it. And the only way to test it is to have your junk stung by a bee. That's how that works. So I figure it kind of went like this: is there's a research university somewhere, and on the bulletin board, would you like to make $50? Must be in direct possession of a penis, because it doesn't work otherwise. And so this young college freshman, junior, senior, sophomore, whatever, in need of $50, goes down to the research facility, and the researcher tells him that this is what we're doing. We're studying causation, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to stick your wiener in this beehive right here and let them sting you. To which the college student will say, and then I get my $50, right? And they say, well, you got to come back next week. Okay, so get myself stung, come back in a week, and y'all check it out, and then I get my $50. No, not really. You come back in a week, and you're going to have to do it again. And we're going to let those bees sting you again. Oh. And then I get my $50? No. 4 weeks. 4 weeks in a row. Anywhere from 2 to 5 bee stings each time. That's just a lot of bee stings. But I will note that they did say that it was a very hygienic procedure, because bees can only sting one time and then they die. So everybody only got stung by different bees. Nobody got stung by the same bee. So, I mean, that makes me feel really good about this test. So the results were that just about every man that participated in this study, there was more than one guy, by the way. There was 200 guys signed up for this, and let themselves get stung in the junk between 2 and 5 times a week for 4 weeks. I'm just guessing $50. I really hope they got more than that, but who knows? Anyway, so the results of the study were that, yes, indeed, you did see an increase in penis size of about 1 inch. And I just don't know if it's worth it. But it's in the back of the mind, and, we'll see. So that's my stories for this week. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you liked what you see, like what you hear, or if you don't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified. Drop me a comment. Drop me a complaint. Drop me an opinion. Whatever. Just let me know you're there. I enjoy reading those, and I'll respond to them if I can, if they're, But I appreciate you coming. I hope you tell a lot of people, because I just, I want everybody to hear the ridiculous things I say. And we'll see you next time. All right. Have a good one.